Midjourney version 6 is about to change the way we live and work, and it could be the beginning of a $1 trillion industry. Most people still don't have a clue what is coming, but if you watch this video, you will. Midjourney so far is only 1 year old, but in that year it has already changed the world. We've seen huge improvements with each new version that was released, which only makes you wonder, what will version 6 bring? Well, I'm here to answer just that, and I can already tell you it will bring the most mind-blowing new features yet. The way we have to think about the development of Midjourney at this point is not unlike the early days of computer games. At first it was something super basic like Pong. Then it evolved into something more fun and more complex like Pac-Man. By the time we reached Super Mario, already millions of people were hooked. And yet the graphics of Super Mario are nothing compared to how computer games look like today. I think with Midjourney we are still in the Super Mario phase, but version 6 will bring us into a new era. And the reason I think that is because version 6 is a step into full mainstream. Yes, Midjourney so far definitely has created a worldwide hype, but it has not gone full mainstream yet. That is about to change, and that will have huge implications further down the road. Because once a new technology reaches mainstream, that is when it can be fully monetized and where a whole industry can be formed around it. And from my point of view, that requires 4 important features. The first one being truly high resolution pictures. The quality on Midjourney has already been amazing, but it mostly works for web applications. You can't really scale those pictures big enough to, for example, print a poster. There are of course possibilities to, for example, use it for print on demand, and I have talked about these possibilities up here, but the quality has always been suboptimal due to low resolution pictures. That is finally changing with version 6. So with much higher resolution pictures, that also allows for much more use cases of those pictures. You can print posters and canvases at a size of your own choosing. So that in and of itself is already a game changer. But Midjourney version 6 doesn't stop there. It will also bring 3D functionality. And that is of course where things get really interesting for commercial use cases like architecture or product design. I foresee a future where no company anymore will design any product without using Midjourney. Of course, such complex functionality will not be perfect right from the start, but as we have seen with earlier versions of Midjourney, they are able to improve very quickly. The third new feature that everybody's looking forward to is video content. The use of video online has exploded in the last 10 years, and there is no sign of slowing down. So with that being said, of course everybody's eager to use Midjourney for their own video creation. That could be social media like YouTube, TikTok and Instagram, but there are also other ways of applying video generation, and those could be much more relevant. Imagine for example if in the future you could generate entire Hollywood movies only in Midjourney. From one day to the next it would fundamentally change a $1 billion industry. And for now that might sound unrealistic that you can generate entire movies only through Midjourney, but think back just 1 year and how unrealistic it sounded back then to be able to generate AI pictures at the quality that we now take for granted. So even though Midjourney version 6 might not include video yet and it might come at a later release, I think that is where we're heading. And once Midjourney tackles that field, I am convinced that it will be truly revolutionary. The fourth update that will change the playing field is simply availability. Let's be honest, right now the Midjourney user experience is not the best. You have to create a Midjourney account, you have to create a Discord account, you have to link the two, you have to understand how to use Discord in the first place. It's a nightmare. And the only real reason why people are putting up with that is that Midjourney is just so amazingly fun to play around with. But I know for a fact that Midjourney is working on releasing their own app as well as fleshing out the functionality on their website. And I think as soon as that is released and you no longer have to take the Discord detour, Midjourney will be able to ramp up their user count even quicker, which of course also means more revenue. And once there's more revenue coming in, Midjourney will be able to roll out new features even faster. Of course that will also help making Midjourney go even more mainstream, which means more and more people will explore how to best use Midjourney's functionalities, and this will form a whole ecosystem around this technology. And this is when Midjourney will be able to power a $1 trillion+ industry. Of course, we are still at the very early stages of that, but I for one think that the possibilities are almost endless. And for sure it's a very fun journey to witness and be part of. So I can't wait to see what Midjourney version 6 will bring and how far into the future it would propel us. Make sure to subscribe and I will see you in the next video.